Hi guys, welcome back to my run, Battletech, vanilla campaign, with all the DLC of course. DLC adds a lot to the campaign.
Should SEAL Team 6 dress up as butterflies? SEAL Team 6 dress up as butterflies? Strike fear into the hearts of all of our enemies. Beth, thank you very much. I love you.
You're welcome. Thank you so much for having me.
As we mentioned at the top of the show, Get It Together, available for pre-order right now. People are talking about it being the funniest book they've ever read. I would agree. Just incidentally, one of the chapters we wrote about was an antinatalist not having children because she doesn't want to bring children into a world that will melt from climate change. Also spoke to a person who blocks traffic for a living. He sits, Indian style, can't say that, crisscross applesauce, in the middle of the freeway. And he tells me about the experiences of people coming out and trying to punch him.
Here we go.
It's eye-opening and it explains everything about the liberal vantage point. It's not what it seems. It's all emotional. We break it down. You're going to love it. Do some texts. Josh from Red Bank, New Jersey. That was a terrible R2-D2 impression. Sounds more like this. If I did a good R2-D2, I'd lose all credibility. What little credibility I have left. Mike from Midlothian, Texas. Can you imagine the uproar if Trump said, "Look at all this vanilla in the room"? Terry from Gardendale, Alabama. I don't have climate anxiety. I have migrant gang anxiety. Just dress up like a butterfly. Fly away from MS-13. Gary from Florida. Did you call Spanky Spank? Hey, we know each other. By the way, not related to Spanky Burbank. Okay? Spanky lives on and Spanky Burbank. Distant cousins. I'm Borders, and this is my room. I opened the Hannity and bought a new stud tonight to cover Mayor Eric Adams, New York City, on his disastrous illegal immigrant policies. They are wreaking havoc all over New York City. What's he blaming the criticism on? Racism. Kind of like the Danny Willis defense. Anyway, Curtis Lewa on the ground in New York will join us in a few minutes. Also, okay, what are the cocaine hippos in Colombia and why are they causing chaos? We'll have the latest on that story. But first, it was another day, another bizarre wonder for your cognitively struggling president who needed help from a reporter today. It was pretty bad. Take a look.
There is some movement, and I don't want to choose my words. There's some movement. There's been a response from there's been a response from the opposition, but yeah, I'm sorry, from Hamas.
That's your president. This is far from Joe's only blunder this week. Speaking of campaign,
It's a desert area, but they may have water there to cool down some of my guys if the jump jets get to them. But I got heat dampeners in them, so it should be okay. Heat coils, or heat sinks they're called.
And I sat down and I said, America's bad. And Meeting Road from Germany, from France, looked at me and said, you know, what Why? How long you back?
A little itsy bitsy problem. You see, President Mitterrand died in 1996, so unless Joe went back in time or had a conversation with maybe Mitterrand's ghost, he did not speak to President Mitterrand. And during today's press briefing, Fox White House correspondent Peter Doocy confronted the White House press secretary Karine Jean-Pierre over this strange blunder, and as per usual, she refused to directly answer Pierre's question. Take a look.
Come out. He's reinforced the voters who are worried about his physical defense, and he is okay. Even though saying it's a true story, he's home in Kuwait where his president died. It's not a conspiracy to ask questions about mistakes the president makes, considering that it is not one person saying this doesn't seem like it's right. It's 3/4 of those polled by NBC News either have minor or major concerns about his mental and physical health, and that includes half of Democrats. And of course, everybody misspeaks from time to time. However, not everybody's ready to be the president, and not everybody is ready to be the oldest president ever. And so, these things happen from time to time. There are very heavy issues that whoever the president is next time, come January 2025, we're going to have to deal with. And again, it's 3/4 of everybody polled by NBC News. And so whether or not he's going to go the distance this campaign, we have no reason to think that he's planning to step aside. If he does, the plan is going to be for the running mate, Kamala Harris, to ascend. You hear people talking about, oh, well, maybe there could be something at the convention. And there is nobody running a shadow campaign effective enough that it would make sense for them to slide somebody in there. The last time we really saw a prominent Democrat would be on your show debating Ron DeSantis and Gavin Newsom, but you don't hear much from him anymore.
Well, he's been out campaigning for Joe Biden. To my mind, defending the impossible. In the middle of my interview with Governor Newsom, I wanted to stop the interview. I said, here's your problem. The guy that you're praising so much is not capable of sitting here next to me and having a conversation on this level, because he's simply not. Now, when you compare the hours that Donald Trump will devote to interviews, and he makes one mistake, Pelosi and Vice President Harris, and he mixes it up. They're not taking into account all of this. I can't think of a single event, and you correct me if I'm wrong, that Joe Biden, a clean event where he didn't have cognitive struggles or, a difficulty in determining whether to exit stage left or stage right, because that's now become a problem. I can't think of a clean event. Can you?
Well, the problem now is that they do so little with him. It really is just 1 or 2 on-camera events a week. And every word is so heavily scrutinized. When we first got on the Biden beat, back in the social distance days, it was like 10 reporters in the room with him. He wanted to talk after every single set of prepared remarks. That was 3 or 4 times a week for 2.5 years. Now, it's 3 or 4 times a month at best. And most of the time it's when he is exiting the White House South Lawn exit to go on a Marine One to fly somewhere, and you have to shout at him, and he shouted back at you because there's an aircraft 100 feet away. So
That's the old Reagan trick with Sam Donaldson. Sam, what's Sam? Good to see you. Can't hear you, but you know, some other presidents have used the sound of helicopter. Go ahead.
Time to get paid.
And well, somebody in the second row at the press briefing today asked Green Jean-Pierre about why there's no Super Bowl interviews. Doesn't he want to have this huge audience? Why has he done so many fewer press events and press availabilities than in all of his recent predecessors? And she said, I can't deny the numbers that they are fewer, but he's going to try to get out there in new ways. And she mentioned radio interviews and podcasts and social media, which have been used by Barack Obama, Donald Trump, and Biden 2020 very
And Michigan's my love you.
but they are basically telling us not to expect to see or hear between now and November.
I mean, I doubt he's going to be going on with Lagarde again. He's been pretty critical lately, as many others have been. He said nobody's actively running a shadow campaign, and I would agree with you. I don't think Gavin Newsom is doing that. I mean, he was very clear that in his mind, you take him at his word, I'll take him at his word, that Kamala Harris would be next up. However, does that negate the possibility you keep hearing the name Michelle Obama? You go to Michelle Obama at the convention. Will you take up the mantle? Your country needs you. Is there that quiet shadow campaign maybe going on? I've seen no evidence of it. I've no reason to believe she wants to go back to Washington at all. I don't think she's the first to be.
I think there will be optimism by like the 15 or so Democrats who are pulled by NBC who think that Biden, who are concerned that Biden has mental or physical issues that might be a problem for him in a second term. But from people we hear from, that's not something that Michelle Obama wants. Even though, as we've seen in the post-presidency, with just book sales alone, she is probably the most popular Democrat alive.
Yeah, it'll be interesting. We'll certainly be watching. Peter, thanks for asking questions that the rest of your friends in the media don't want to ask. We appreciate it. Thank you for being with us. Now, as we warned you last night, the disaster at border bill is nothing more than a blatant attempt by Biden and the left. They just want to shift the blame for his border crisis squarely over the shoulders.
Shit. This guy's crazy.
And speaking at the White House today, Joe tried to do just that. Take a look.
So I'm calling on Congress to pass this bill. It's my destiny. But if the bill fails, I want to be absolutely clear about something. The American people are required to take the decision of the country. The voters should all know that it's not just at the moment, to secure the border and fund these other programs. Trump and the MAGA Republicans said no because they're afraid.
I've got a sensor lock.
Afraid of Donald Trump. Every day between now and November, American people are going to know. The only reason the border is not secure is Donald Trump and his MAGA Republican friends.
That is a big lie. We'll break it down in a second. Now, echoing Biden's remarks, his press secretary, Green Jean-Pierre, added this at today's White House briefing. Take a look at this.
I'm not saying that Democrats are not going to control the question. That's not what I'm saying. Have gotten in the way. They have. They have purposefully gotten in the way in trying to fix what's happening.
So now it's all the Republicans' fault that Joe Biden's wide open border with 10 million unvetted illegal immigrants. He has no responsibility in that. I thought they kept telling us, though, that the border is closed and the border is secure. Like, Democrats have been telling us this for 3 years. In case you might have forgotten, I'll remind you. Take a look. It sounds to most folks like a crisis.
Ready for orders.
Precisely that. The border is closed. Nor could I have been clearer.
Got a lock.
Continue to be so, which is the border is closed.
The United States will continue to enforce our laws and secure our border.
The border, we are working to make the border secure.
Damage is light.
A secure border, and that is a priority for any nation, including ours, our administration. We agree that the border is secure.
Well, they've been on that line for 3 years. We all know the the truth, they're lying to us. That has not stopped the media mob, of course, from backing Biden and all his attempts to blame Republicans. They're not joining on board. They take their talking points seriously. Take a look.
You have one of the slimmest majorities in the House in history. Don't you have to compromise to get something done? What you pass in the House can't pass in the Senate. You know that.
This is almost entirely a politicized bill, and its provisions include long-time GOP priorities that the party restrictionists would never have passed. Only a few months ago. Are you listening, Mikey? Just because Donald tells you to jump doesn't mean that you have to put America's security at risk.
Last night, a bipartisan group of senators unveiled a compromise bill, but the Republicans figure the House says it's dead on arrival.
Score the critical hit.
Dead on arrival, the Speaker of the House values achieving the historic border deal reached by both parties in the Senate.
Yes,
And
Commander.
on defense over accusations, it's Donald Trump pulling the strings.
All right, let me educate Joe Biden and all his willing accomplices on liars that I call them media mob. Congress is not at all, not one bit, responsible for this national security nightmare that Joe Biden created. Media mob, they have been silent, they have been complicit now for 3 years. They have allowed the state to secure votes to go forward unchallenged.
That's a kill.
They have been showing you, the American people, on other channels, the disaster that is going on that Joe created at our southern border. Biden was handed the single most secure border in our nation's history. Now, here's what really happened. With the stroke of a pen, Joe Biden revoked all of Donald Trump's efforts to exclude illegal immigrants from the census. He strengthened DACA. He ended Trump's interior enforcement rule. He halted all construction. He ended asylum agreements with El Salvador, Guatemala, Honduras. He ended the Remain in Mexico policy, and he even let Title 42 expire. Biden never needed Congress to fix any of this. He can reinstate all of those policies that he revoked, just as he undid them with a stroke of a pen. But that's not going to stop the mob, the media, the Jones and the media from remaining complicit in the Biden border crisis. They have not covered this story for 3 years. They have steadfastly refused to be showing on a regular basis how bad this disaster is at our southern border caused by Biden's top policies. And let me be very clear, the Senate border bill they're all pushing is an unmitigated disaster. And by the way, the only good news is Mitch McConnell admitted earlier today it's dead. And not only would this bill do nothing to secure the border, it could, as written, actually codify all of Biden's agents of illegal immigrants and law breaking into the law. And they know deep down it's total BS. In fact, earlier today on the radio show, Senator Rand Paul joined us from Kentucky said some Republican senators wanted to keep the details
Oh, nice.
of this bill away from people like me. Specifically
Reporting
because
vehicle destroyed.
they knew how bad this legislation is for conservatives, and basically it's not me. They didn't want you to hear about it. And by the way, this is what he said to me. Take a look.
I'll tell you what I do hear behind the scenes is that I hear from people in our caucus who talk to sources I have to say, we need to make sure
Locked on.
not talking about this story, but because conservatives, that's why he gets a secret. And that was said out loud in our caucus that this has to be kept. It cannot be allowed to go in front of the conservative talk show others. It cannot be allowed to discuss. That's why it's secret.
How dare we may actually tell the American people to tell you the truth. Now, meanwhile, earlier this evening, House Republicans, their effort to impeach the DHS Secretary Alejandro Mayorkas, well, it ended up as a tie, but then one flip so that they can bring this bill back. For example, Steve Scalise was not there today. Utah Congressman Blake Moore switched the vote from yes to no, rightly so, and by voting for the majority, that means Congressman Moore can reintroduce the legislation at a later date. And with Steve Scalise set to return, plus special election looming in New York District 3. By the way, early voting is going on now. That'll be a week from Tuesday. And then California, we have an election in May. Republicans will have a chance to secure a majority. Hopefully they do, and a greater likelihood of passing the impeachment. That is still on the table. It would react to Texas Senator Ted Cruz. Senator, I saw your comments about
Moving
Mitch
out.
McConnell. Rightly, I think you're
Moving
very
out.
angry with him. Your grandpa, did you hear the same thing he heard? That you didn't want people like me to give me information about the bill? Did you hear that?
I did, and this whole thing has been a disaster from the very beginning. It's been a disaster on policy. It's been a disaster on
Good to go.
On policy, this bill is terrible. It is an absolute. It is a bill that Chuck Schumer wanted that is designed not to secure the border, not just not to secure the border. It's designed to make it worse. So this bill, as you noted, it codifies Joe Biden's open border. Catch and release. The cause of this crisis, it codifies catch and release. It puts it into law. Not only that, it normalizes 5,000 illegal immigrants a day. That works out to 1.8 million a year. That works out to about 6 million illegal immigrants over the 3 years of Biden. We have in fact seen 9.6 million illegal immigrants. So the idiotic Republican
Waiting for orders.
must be for 2/3 of the border invasion that Biden has allowed. That made no sense. Not only did it put it into law, 1.8 million every year in perpetuity, but it also put into law giving those illegal immigrants
Receiving
work
you.
permits, giving them lawyers paid for by the taxpayers.
Roger.
It gave billions of dollars to sanctuary cities to keep their policies going, and it gave billions of dollars to left-wing nonprofit organizations that are bringing the illegal immigrants in. So it funds the process. And I'll tell you the provision that just as a Texan that pissed me off the
Waiting
most.
for orders.
It went directly after the state of Texas, and it said any litigation filed challenging this law has to be filed in Washington, D.C. and federal district court. So Texas can't sue in the federal courts in Texas, where Texas has been winning. Instead, they got to go to Washington with the very liberal judges. This was a disaster on policy grounds because it did not
Primary
solve
target
the
damage,
problem.
Commander.
But politically, it was even worse. Who won in this battle? And his name is Charles Schumer. Chuck Schumer did this. He knew it would fail. He wanted it to fail. But the purpose of this bill was to let every Democrat running for the Senate and running for the House to stand up and say, self-righteously, I wanted
On
to
my
secure
way.
the border. I really wanted to. But those mean Republicans wouldn't let me. And I got to say, Senate Republican leadership, I told them this months ago. Other conservatives told them this months ago, and they proceeded down this path that ended up, it was a box canyon with a kamikaze pilot crashing into a wall. It was a there's no need for Biden to get legislation from anybody. Through just the stroke of the pen, as I've been pointing out, get back in place the policies that were successful. Here's one interesting thing I noted in your home state of Texas. 99.99% of illegal immigration in Eagle Pass, when you put up the razor wire, it shows the barriers work. And now they've moved to California and Arizona. And if Texas can build out more razor wire, I say they should continue doing what they're doing because it works. Texas is going to continue leading the fight, and we've got to. This crisis, it is massive, it is devastating, and we've got to lead the fight. And you know what Joe Biden is doing? Joe Biden is siding with the Mexican drug cartels against the American people. I got to say, the image of just a few days ago of those 6 illegal aliens who beat up 2 New York police officers, it was disgusting, and they got arrested. And of course, what happens? They get released from jail with no bail. And what do? Walking out, they flip the bird off both hands. Walking out, that image shot is the image of this campaign in 2024. That image flipping the bird is what Joe Biden and the Democrats and the Senate are saying to every American. They stand with the drug cartels, the human traffickers, the illegal immigrants, the criminals. They stand against law enforcement, and they stand against American families. That's the message of this radical policy, and we got to stand up and fight against it. 272 days, there's an election, Senator. Your election.
Waiting for order.
Too. And I know you're being targeted, but you were the first person I called when the bill came out. I said, Senator, am I reading this correctly? And you said, yes, you're reading it correctly. It's sad. The fact that they didn't want people to be no details, that speaks volumes about the current leadership. Good for people like you.
Standing by.
That hold them accountable. And Cruz, thank you.
Republican leadership wanted to hide it from you and from the American people, and I appreciate your pointing out. Chuck Schumer and George Soros are coming after me hard, so I want to encourage folks go to tedcruz.org. I need your help. We're going to fight to defend Texas, defend this country.
I've got a
We're
sensor
going to
lock.
be down in Texas, and hopefully we'll see you, and we're going to tour the border together. The deal back and road wide open. All right, when we come back, Mayor Eric Adams, New York City, defending his decision to hand out free money to illegal immigrants. Plus, Senator Tim Scott, he reacts to reports that Kamala Harris has will found her footing.
Coordinates received.
Really? That's news to us. Straight ahead.
The biggest investigation in FBI history.
Roger.
I stand quite right about
Commander?
Right now, someone could be listed as the owner of your home and stealing thousands of dollars of your
Affirmative.
There's no other crime that is so easy, so quick, and so lucrative. Your home, your equity, and your peace of mind can all be stolen in one fell swoop by home title thieves like Matthew
Sensors locked on.
Thinks that I can take their house. Nobody thinks that.
Ready for
Believe
order.
it or not, a single page
Copy that.
is all it takes to transfer ownership out of your name. People think, well, there's a whole huge process, but the truth is,
Target
it's
confirmed.
but it's still a schedule. Barrier. The county clerk.
Encrypted with heavy damage.
If it's standard, this is we by statute have to accept it. Not independent. We know this is it's a false sense of security. All one is just an and we can't stop it. And it only takes one to save you. And it's a very sad thing to watch. You live here, you love the house, and all of a sudden, it might not be. It's devastating. For pennies a day, home title lock monitor your title non-stop, alerting you to suspicious activity and warning notice that this person is happening. Meet Terry. He signed up for home title lock and immediately alerted to suspicious activity. Saw a receipt. Saw, hey, I have a lane against my property. I didn't know that. We got it fixed right away. And if you call in 15 minutes and mention promo code LOCK-IN,
What's up, boss?
first 30 days absolutely free.
Acknowledge.
I mean,
Order.
go online or call now. 1-800-938-4455.
On the move.
Welcome to Impeachment Fans. Inside the proceedings, where lawmakers stand and what comes next. Mark Green has critical insight to the model of your world.
All weapons are go.
I found out I was sitting inside
Tango down.
talking to someone saying, I don't know, I got nothing.
Mission successful.
14 years.
You've got a promise here? Central engine, research. Copy them. All copies. Yes, we can. Describe it. What's the opening of the 51st law?
Bombing is a dangerous sport. Do you need to
I'll do whatever I have to do. You would never win against me. Well, then.
List Anonymous. We're here to help. For more information, visit AA.org and download.
All right, as outrage grows over New York City Mayor Eric Adams handing out free prepaid debit cards to illegal immigrants and the 180 some odd million that he's now allocating towards, more hotel rooms, the mayor decided to set the record straight today at a hearing in Albany and let the world know that's exactly what he's doing. Take a look.
This one thing New York is a very opinionated, and they share their thoughts. And so first we want to dismiss misinformation. We're not giving people American Express cards. We found that the food delivery service that we set up during the emergency, we can find a better way to do it in our belief that we want to cut 20% of the market.
Right.
So we have a pilot project with 500 people that we are giving them a food card. So instead of a debit card, instead of having to deliver food and have people eat food that we were seeing waste in food, they're now able to get their own food that is going to be spent $12 a day.
And 500 people get 53 million? That's not all. A couple of days ago, Adams decided that it was a good time to brag about his staff's diversity. He did it in his own way. Take a look.
Stand up, they need to see you. Deputy Mayor Williams Ison, Deputy Mayor Vera Josie, Deputy Mayor Amazon, Deputy Mayor Maria Torres Springer. Have you ever seen this much chocolate leaving the city of New York? And they go down the line. Look who's here. This is representative of the city. That's why people are hating on me.
Oh, that's why the Fannie Willis defense. Anyway, joining us live, he's on the streets of New York City. Former mayoral candidate Curtis Lee is with us. He likes chocolate over vanilla. It sounds a little like Louis Farrakhan to me there. $53 million in debit cards for 500 people, on top of $180 million for more hotel rooms in New York, on top of the $1 billion that Biden is giving people that enter our country illegally. And we saw what happened to the people on tape beating the hell out of 2 police officers. Curtis, things getting better in New York City?
Absolutely not. In fact, that's why I'm his #1 hater. Join the Curtis Lee Haters Club of Eric Adams, who is single-handedly destroying this city by giving illegal aliens everything. They arrive in our city, imagine. You check into your hotel, you get concierge service, and bam, you get $1,000 debit card that you can use for the whole month. And you get more money than any veteran, any homeless person, any emotionally disturbed person in New York City gets. That's an absolute outrage. And this man just doesn't seem to get it. He takes care of the illegal areas and forsakes his own people, especially the African American poor and impoverished who elected him mayor of the city of New York over me, Curtis Lee.
Yeah. Well, by the way, if you divide 53 million by 500, that's $106,000 debit card. Not a bad deal. I don't think they're giving them to vets that are homeless in New York City. Not that I heard, Curtis.
Well, that's our guys are just taken down. One of the migrant guys right here on the corner, 42nd and 7th.
Can you pan the camera?
They taken over. Like the camera over there, if at all possible.
Yeah. Yeah, you got your key over there.
It's out of control. Out of control.
Ready for order.
All right, now Eric Adams often complains he's getting no support from the federal government to help him with the surge of Joe Biden's unvetted illegals in New York. And that could be because of the so-called border czar is a little distracted right now. According to a report, Vice President Harris has now suddenly, quote, found her footing. and she's now apparently getting ready for a future presidential run of her own in 2028. According to the Daily Mail, she campaigned in South Carolina last week, visited Georgia today, which is apparently very much on her mind, more so than the border right now. Here's the reaction from South Carolina Senator Tim Scott. Correct me if I'm wrong, I looked at the numbers. What percentage of the Democratic voters showed up for that primary in your home state? Was 4% around the right number?
Yeah. Dismal. Anyone who thinks Kamala Harris is way to the White House through South Carolina is ridiculous. Dismal performance in the Democrat primary last weekend. But more importantly, Sean, think about this. She's weak on the border, weak on crime, weak on the economy. When I say weak on crime, this is the vice president who raised money for a bail fund for a person who was later charged with murder. You remember those days, Sean. This is a person who refused to step a foot on our southern border. 10 million illegal immigrants coming in, and in New York City, it keeps black and brown kids at home so they can use those schools to house the illegal immigrants coming into the country because Kamala Harris refuses to do her job. We know the economy. Poor kids today have less reasons to be hopeful because Joe Biden and Kamala Harris took inflation so high that poor folks cannot afford food, energy, or gas. Unbelievable.
By the way, that tweet of the bail fund, some might actually define that as insurrection. I'm just saying, as a side note. But of course, the media said most of those 574 riots that killed dozens of Americans, injured thousands of cops, caused billions of property damage, they were mostly peaceful. So we got to get that straight. Let me ask you about comments.
I've got the financial report.
Oh, by the way, do you stand with Ted Cruz and his comments about Mitch McConnell? Where do you stand on that?
I wasn't in the room when those comments were made, but I can tell you this without any question. What America needs to see is the United Republican Party telling the facts as they are. The facts are very simple. Sean, the President of the United States, Joe Biden, does not need legislative action to secure our border. Why do we know that to be a fact? Because Donald Trump secured our border without the legislative action from the body. He did so by creating policies like we made in Mexico. It precipitously saw the drop in illegal crossing. What we know is a president who accepts the will, the impossible border to secure our border can get it done. We've seen it done once. We had 4 more years. We were better off under Trump.
Well, that's not right. Let me play comments President Trump made in his interview with Maria Bartiromo, and they have to deal with you. Let's listen.
You know, I called Tim Scott, because there are a lot of people like Tim Scott. I called him and I said, you're a much better candidate for me than you are for yourself. When I watched Tim, he was fine, he was good, but he was very low-key, etc., etc. I watched him in the last week defending me and sticking up for me and fighting for me. I said, man, you're a much better person for me than you are for yourself. Because for himself, he was low-key. For me, he's been a real tiger. He's been incredible.
Obviously, you're on Donald Trump's shortlist. If he gets the nomination, it looks like he is. What would your answer be?
Well, my answer would be yes to America having 4 more years of Donald Trump. I don't think any one of us should make this about me or any other person who might be the candidate for vice president. But I don't think
you by so that means you're on a shortlist. If he comes to you, what do you say?
Listen, everybody wants to serve their country. The best way for me to serve my country right now is to make sure that Donald Trump gets 4 more years. You and I both know that's no career, but let's also get out and campaign for Donald Trump. We cannot afford people losing hope for the American dream because Joe Biden gets another 4 years. With Donald Trump, low inflation, low crime, we have law and order. Once again, it's a good day for America.
All right, I know your inner circle, but I'm going to talk to the 2 guys I know you called first that nobody knows who I'm talking about. And I'm going to talk to them and make sure that they're prepared to tell you to say yes. That's all I'm saying. We appreciate you being with us, Senator Tim Scott, and looking forward to the South Carolina primary. All right, when we come back, we'll read the latest on Trump's legal battles as the Supreme Court now gets ready to hear President Trump's Colorado ballot. Greg Jarrett, Alan Dershowitz, straight ahead. Thanks for being with us.
The Columbia is getting a big sigh of relief. Pablo Escobar is dead. The one-spear narco-trafficker saw hippopotamuses as part of his personal fleet. The dangers with a multiply and never left. Ready for your life? The Drug Lord's Hippos, streaming now on Fox Nation. Attention, Marine family. In September 2023, the U.S. Navy announced an elective option offering cash awards of between $100,000 and $550,000 for victims of Camp Lejeune. The Navy also released a list of qualifying medical conditions connected to plastic water exposure. These include bladder, blood, and other cancers, Parkinson's, and kidney disease. Cash awards are available to Marines and civilians exposed for at least 30 days to toxic water at Camp Lejeune with qualifying injury. Cash awards are also available to the surviving spouses and children of these qualifying Marines and civilians. You may qualify even if your loved one died decades ago. We charge a 20% attorney's fee on elective option claims. We advance all costs, which are deducted from your 80% share only if we win. Call the Meyer Blair Law Firm at 1-800-467-3800 for a free no-risk consultation. That's 1-800-467-3800. Let us help you protect your right. Hello, I'm Mike Liddell, and I'm excited to bring you my Keys and Green bed sheets for the best offer ever. We're all experiencing unprecedented rising prices, but I was able to secure a limited amount of Keys and Cotton for a great price, and I'm going to pass those savings directly on to you. Get my Keys and Green bed sheets for as low as $29.98 with your promo code. They're the most luxurious sheets ever, made with the world's finest cotton, grown only in a region between the Sahara Desert, Mediterranean Sea, and the Nile River, where the weather conditions are perfect for growing cotton. My sheets are ultra soft and breathable, but extremely durable. I guarantee they'll be the most comfortable sheets you'll ever own. So go to mypillow.com and call the number on your screen. Use your promo code to save 50% on my Keys and Green bed sheets. That's as low as $29.98. Quantities are extremely limited at these amazing prices, so please order now.
Diamonds at the lowest prices ever. 1 carat GIA white SI quality diamonds, $19.90 plus designer mounts, just $4.99. 2 carat studs, just $29.90, and 3 carat freestone rings, $49.90. Buy factory direct and save the jewelry exchange.
Sis? Is this dog food in your fridge? It's not dog food. It's fresh pet. Real meat, real cheese. Seems like a lot of space to waste on a dog. You're all the family I need. The dentist will be right in.
Hey, I heard you're retiring soon. You excited?
Yeah, Doc. But I'm about to lose my dental insurance.
You can get your own from Physicians Mutual. I think my work here is done.
Wait, what? Get affordable dental insurance from Physicians Mutual Insurance Company. It helps cover everything from cleanings and fillings to crowns and dentures. No deductibles, no annual maximum. For all the details, visit dentalnow.com.
Physicians Mutual, Physicians Mutual.
Start with a bang. Turn loose.
When you can't watch, listen. Get the latest news, business, and news headlines on SiriusXM. Anytime, anywhere. Fox News Audio on SiriusXM. America is listening.
And earlier today, a three-judge panel of the D.C. Court of Appeals, they ruled against Donald Trump as he argued that he has presidential immunity from prosecution. Trump can now appeal this decision to the U.S. Supreme Court, which, by the way, is also about to consider another case with major implications. On Thursday morning, the High Court will hear oral arguments on the Colorado State Supreme Court's decision to ban Trump from the ballot. Now, President Trump is, of course, asking for that ruling to be overturned. I believe it will be, saying that the American people should have the right to choose the next president. of the United States, not judges in Colorado. Here with reaction, Fox News legal analyst Rick Garrett and Harvard Law professor Alan Dershowitz. You know, Professor, I look at Section 3 of the 14th Amendment. By the way, the president is not even mentioned in the statutory language, but put that aside for a minute. But the whole allegation that Trump engaged in insurrection, correct me, Professor, if I'm wrong, did Donald Trump ever get charged with insurrection? Has he been convicted of insurrection? Or is
Let's save this.
January 6th committee put on in their predetermined outcome hearing that they had?
We'll see you guys next time, alright?
He's been charged by the Secretary of State of Maine with insurrection and by individual judges in court in Colorado. There's been no conviction or charge. Smith could have easily persuaded a grand jury to indict him for insurrection and rebellion or any